Hello everyone, myself Dimple Verma and I am back with my second task for Data Science and Business Analytics internship at the Sparks Foundation. My second task is prediction using unsupervised machine learning. Here I will be predicting the optimum number of clusters from the given iris dataset. So first we need to import all the required libraries. Here NumPy is used for data manipulation, Pandas also the same, Seaborn and Matplotlib are used for data visualization, and sklearn is a machine learning library which we will be using for the upcoming algorithm. So first step is reading the dataset. Here we had load our data set using the command pd.read_csv, and this is the link where my data file iris.csv is saved. And I have printed the statement data import successful. Now data.head used here will give me the value of first 5 rows of my dataset, and data.tail used here will give me the value of last 5 rows. So here you can see the constraints and their values. Here I am checking for nan values. Nan stands for not a number, and this is usually undefined or unrepresentable, like 0 by 0 is undefined. Here we can see that in this dataset we don't have any such values. Moving ahead, we are checking for statistical description of our dataset, which includes count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, and percentage of values. Now we will be checking for unique classes here that is present in my dataset. Here we can see that I have counted and the figure is around 150. So in this 150 number of values, there may be species that are repeated, but we need to find the unique classes. So here we can see that we have founded 3 unique classes, and they are Iris virginica, Iris versicolor, Iris setosa, and these are name of the species, each having the value 50. Now in step 2, that is data visualization, I have done it using the help of pair plot. So you can see the pair plot here, and it is showing the relationship between each columns of the dataset. Here I have also done it with the help of strip plot, and these are the values of sepal length. Moving ahead, for the sepal width, I have used box plot, and similarly for the petal width and for the petal length, I had plotted a box plot. Now I have used count plot to count the number of species, and we know that we have 3 number of species. Here is the heat map. We have 4 features and their values. In step 3, we need to find optimum number of clusters using k-means clustering. K-means clustering is a clustering method which is used to subdivide the main cluster into smaller number of clusters or subgroups. Here Python library sklearn is used, and we are importing k-means clustering. After this, we have initialized WCSS to blank, that is empty array. WCSS is within cluster sum of squares, means this is the sum of the square of the distance of each point in the cluster from respective centroids. We know in a circle there will be centroid and a point. So we need to find the distance between that point and the centroid, and we need to find sum of squares of the distance, which will give us the value of WCSS. In this for loop, we are initializing the k-means. Here we have initialized the number of clusters equal to I. We are using k-means ++, maximum iteration is 300 and random state is 0, so that we get new states or new values of the centroid, not the same. Now we are fitting our k-means algorithm, and after this we are appending our k-means dot inertia to WCSS. K-means dot inertia will return the value of WCSS for the cluster we have initialized. You can see here WCSS value from 1 to 10. After this, we will be plotting the graph using the elbow method. Here in this graph, you can see that it is drastically decreasing from 0 to 4. So the optimum value of our cluster until which the value of decrease become minimal, that is this point. This point is between 2 and 4. So this is the number of clusters after which the drop becomes minimum. Here 3 is the optimal number of clusters. Now we are initializing our k-means with optimum number of clusters, that is 3, and then we are fitting our model and predicting the value. Our value is stored in yk-means and the array looks like this. And then in step 6 we are visualizing our clusters and labeling it with Iris setosa, Iris versicolor, Iris virginica. And this yellow colored dots you can see in between is the centroid of all these clusters, and this particular value is petal length, and here this value is sepal length. So that's all about it. Thank you for watching.